Hello, everybody. I'm Hoarder Gamer. First off, I'd like to say it's very good to be back. Unfortunately, there was no new reviews last week, but here I am with more reviews. First off, we have Batman Damned, #1. I believe it's one of three. Next issue comes out November 21st. First off, I know you want me to get to it, okay? The Bat member, the most surprising thing about it, it has its own cape and cowl. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Not at all. What worries me is that people are all worried about seeing Batman's penis here, and they may not focus on how great this book is. It reminds me of the movie Jacob's Ladder. And I don't want to ruin Jacob's Ladder for people, but I mean, it's close to that, I think. We have Batman being whisked away in an ambulance after being hurt really badly. It looks like he has gunshot wounds, but he mentions multiple stab wounds later on in the book. And they try to cut his mask off, because they're in an ambulance. They're not trying to... Obviously, I'm sure they're interested in knowing who he is. But, medically speaking, they need to get the mask off and everything and do medical, set them all up, intubate him or whatever they have to do. And as they do that, they cut his face accidentally. It's with the scissors trying to cut the mask. And he, goes nuts. And he's like a wounded animal. In fact, he's called that by one of the EMTs. Actually, I believe it's EMT and police officers in the back of the ambulance, I think. Anyway, that happens, and he goes running into the night, and he basically goes into an alley, and it looks like he's about to die, and he keeps calling Alfred's name, calling for Alfred. Alfred doesn't show up, but John Constantine shows up instead. And from the very first page, we've had a narrator narrating everything that's happening with a definite accent. And sure enough, it turns out that narrator is John Constantine. This book also gives us Boston Brand, known as Dead Man. And he goes wisping around, into other people and talking to Bruce. And then also a street magician who turns out to be Zatanna. It's a very interesting book so far. Some things are extremely suspect. It seems like Bruce's life is flashing before him, but his recollections are altered, and in all of them are the Enchantress. And the Enchantress comes across almost like the devil, trying to make a bargain with a young Bruce. In fact, it even reminds me of the original Twin Peaks series where, well, I guess I don't want to ruin it for you. The killer of Laura says that when he was a young boy, this person came to him and said, that they would basically work together or, do you want some candy, kid, type of thing. It's hard to explain without me ruining who the killer is if you haven't seen Twin Peaks. But it definitely reminded me of that. And one of the best parts is Batman is recuperating in a bed. And he wakes up and there's all sorts of sigils and religious wards everywhere as he gets up. And we find out he's in John Constantine's apartment. Well, on the television, again, this isn't something live that Bruce or Batman sees. Turns out that the same bridge that Batman fell from at some point is also a bridge where the Joker has just been killed. I don't know what I believe in this book so far. This whole book could be taking place in a version of hell for all I know. I don't know. But it's awesome. Lee Bermejo is an excellent artist. So if you know anything about him, it has this gorgeous, I'm trying to understand if it's hand painted or if he's just so amazing with pencils. I don't even freaking know, but it's gorgeous art. So there's that. And Brian Azzarello, one of my favorite writers, he wrote 100 Bullets. That was his book. And also Superman. It's not A Man for All Seasons. I'm trying to remember what is it. For Tomorrow, which is an awesome, amazing book. I do get upset by the last chapter or two. There's kind of a twist that takes it from a very fascinating character study of Superman and the things he would do and, you know, his self-doubts and everything to straight up superhero comic book in the final 2 issues. Almost like DC or somebody went to Azzarello and said, okay, we have to comic book this up. I know it sounds weird, but if you read For Tomorrow, that's how it feels. Everything is great. I think, God, is it 12 issues? I think it's 12 issues. So I think it's great up through issue 8 or 9, maybe even 10. But then right at that end, it changes a lot. But yeah, I recommend this. Also, it's a collector's item because the Bat member is being removed and edited in second printings. And this is a great book. I expect second and third printings. But yeah, I don't take much of this at face value. I feel a lot of this is either in Batman's psyche. For all we know, he's still in the ambulance clinging to life from the very beginning of the book. That's how this book plays out. That's how it feels. But it's really good, and I look forward to chapters 2 and 3 to see more. So I want to thank you all very much for checking out this review. Again, I'm Hoarder Gamer. If you like this, feel free to subscribe. And, you know, like Anita Ward says, you can ring my bell if you want to make sure to know when the videos come out or anything. But, yeah, thank you all very much for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.